The Postal Service is making adjustments after a major increase in change of address fraud.
That is when scammers change your address on file to get sensitive information from your mail with the goal of stealing your money. CBS 2's Tim McNicholas has been investigating this and joins us now. This is a big problem, Tim.
Yeah, Christina Maurice, just this month, the USPS announced several new rules after a recent report found a 167% jump in change of address fraud. We're asking if these changes will actually fix the problem.
It's a really nice place.
Lorette Olson is no Californian. New York is home. You've never had any interest in moving, anything like that?
I am grounded here in Scarsdale.
So imagine her surprise, more than 2,700 miles from the Hollywood sign or the cable cars of San Francisco, when the U.S. Postal Service told Olson someone had changed her address on file to somewhere in the Golden State.
Complete and utter shock.
Her suspicions started earlier this month when she stopped getting mail and started getting notices on her phone that her bills were past due.
Thank you for contacting the United States Postal Service.
She reached out to USPS, who filled her in on the fraudulent switch. Olson says she even got a call from a bank saying someone was trying to open a credit card in her name, which she stopped before she lost any money.
I know about 3 bills, but I don't know what else was sent there. And I don't know what they have and the kind of personal information.
The Postal Service has long faced criticism over a lack of safeguards when it comes to people signing up to change an address. A 2018 report from the U.S. Postal Service Inspector General found when people change an address in person, some post offices check IDs, but there is no national policy outlining such a control. When it comes to changing addresses online, another Inspector General report found fraud and attempted identity theft jumped 167% from 2020 to 2021.
The verification process, if you want to call it that, is far too lax.
In March, New Jersey Congressman Josh Gottheimer slammed the Postal Service's online process and its requirement of a credit card charge of just over $1 to let users submit their form, but no ID required.
But they have no idea if the credit card actually belongs to the person living at the address being changed.
In a series of new requirements just announced, USPS says it is now texting online customers with one-time security passcodes. The Postal Service also says customers will now receive an activation letter at their new address. Is that going to fix the problem?
I think that would help. Of course, it won't get us to 100%. There's always going to be a way that fraudsters are going to get around those controls.
And the new announcement says starting May 31st, USPS will offer, quote, enhanced in-person change of address transactions in which customers can present an ID to verify it's really them. But the USPS website, since at least January, has already listed a requirement to show IDs, yet the fraud is still happening. We asked USPS what they're doing differently to ensure IDs are checked, and we have not gotten an answer. Christina Maurice.
Does the victim in your piece, Ms. Olson there, have any idea how this happened?
Well, she says a post office employee told her that her address was changed in person back in March. The number one thing here is that if your mail stops coming, you should tell USPS so they could figure out if your address was changed.
Wow. All right.
Thank you, Tim.
Great information.